Greetings. This is Sister Laita Herb on Skunk TV Radio, Seeds of Life Enterprises. I'm here today to share with you, as every Tuesday, from 4 to 6 p.m. We're getting there. Okay, 4 to 6 p.m. on Tuesdays at Skunk TV Radio. You can subscribe and hit like so that the video may come up to you each and every week. Today, we're going to deal with basic colds and ailments that people have on a regular basis. We're going to talk again about faith because it seems to me that when dealing with clientele, the public, on a weekly basis, notice that I've done this. That's the in and out of clientele on a daily basis. I'm dealing with issues of people having basic ailments like acne, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, jittery nerves, mucus overload, toothaches, upset stomachs, food poisoning. Thank you. Weight loss, weight gain, stomach viruses, allergies, lupus, dry skin. All of these things are basic, okay? Basic in nature. People get acne on a daily basis. Acne comes from many different things. Al, do you think that they might need to be turned up a little bit? So, I want to go through the list of ailments once more. Okay, we have acne. Acne is basic. Acne comes from the things that we eat or maybe the stress that we're experiencing in our lives. We may have an outbreak of acne. Acne comes from stress, foods, allergies, many different things. High blood pressure. A lot of people suffer from that today. And a lot of them will say, I'm under stress. Stress does cause high pressure. It raises the nerve. It's attacking the nervous system. And in all actuality, nerves is something that can be fixed naturally. Okay. High blood pressure, jittery nerves goes along. It couples with high blood pressure. It's all the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, each and every nervous system that people have. We have allergies, mucus overload. They are one. Having mucus overload is very serious. And all of these things, as I'm going down the list, it all begins with the food that we're eating. Okay? So there's the stomach virus. Stomach viruses come from eating food that most likely we have not prepared ourselves. Stomach viruses normally come from external places outside of our homes. So when we're going out to eat, it's very important that if we're going to do something like have curry, curry is a thing that I find that people are eating that will trigger them. This is because the curry is old or something of the sort. It's mostly because it's old or it's been beaten in the sun outdoors, and then a person will get food poisoning. Some kind of pork is laced inside of their food. We have weight loss, weight gain, lupus. Lupus is an immune deficiency. Lupus, your immune system can be built up very swiftly if you only believed in the things that are created by nature instead of trusting the medicine of today. Okay? Because lupus to me is like your immune system is going down. This is how I'm seeing. The immune system is being attacked and it's dropping the immunity within your blood level. And it just needs basic things like astragalus root, echinacea. These things build your immune system quickly. Okay? Nettle, sarsaparilla to give you energy. These things build your blood very rapidly. Neem leaf. Let's go. Dry skin. People have this dry, flat type of skin. When you see people with that type of flat, dry skin, their skin is flat and dry because they're dehydrated. This dehydration happens because of not drinking water, drinking other things besides water, and food poisoning and upset stomachs and all of these things. I look at all of these things like a lot of people caught a cold recently. In New York, we had a major rainstorm and it was cold and it was wet and a lot of people got wet and a lot of people caught a cold. It rained all day that day. And a lot of people I spoke to, they said they went to the doctor for the cold. I'm like, the doctor for a cold? Okay. And this is where I started to see everything fall apart. I'm like, these people, their faith is very low. If they think they can get better using something over the counter or using the doctor's tablets, whatever the case may be, antibiotics, suppressants, depressants. A suppressant and a depressant are medicines, chemicals that, let's say you see my hand, this is the cold. Let's say this is a mucus cell. Okay, this is one mucus cell. And when I take the suppressant and the depressant, suppress, depress, and it will boil my big giant mucus overload into a little tight little knot of mucus. When it boils into this tight little knot of mucus, when I eat the first piece of junk that is going to trigger it, it's going to burst back open. And then this normally is what occurs in children when parents are giving them these prescribed medications, suppressants and depressants. You'll read it, that is a suppressant and depressant. Now, I need you people to really get real and begin to use your dictionary, okay, on your Google or in your home if you own a dictionary, and you look up the word suppressant. You look up the word depressant and see what those words mean. Those words mean to suppress, depress. And when you do these things, that doesn't mean you're cleaning it out. So last week, that's why I wrote a good list of things that will begin to clean you when you have a cold. They were juices. Today we're going to talk about herbs. We'll talk about juices, things that will actually clean you fast while you have this wicked cold, because you need fast healing, people. I know this, okay? So let's talk a little bit about faith. Because everybody, I'm talking to these people on the birthdays like, I'm faithful, I love God, I believe in God. Everything is about God every week. I hear the story every week, and it's just like, are you serious? I always have to interject, okay? I'm not trying to down people's religion, or, it's not that. It's that I see faith like these are the different types of beliefs of faith that I've come across over this past week, so I just wrote a short list. Religious faith, Religious faith to me is a form of spiritual bondage. Okay? This spiritual bondage is a form of bondage where people, they say they have their belief. Okay? And if I believe in God so much, this time that we use for cooking on a regular basis, this is thyme. A lot of people use thyme when eating and cooking. It's a very nice flavor. We use it in rice, we use it on meats, we use it on fish, we use it in vegetables and stews. It's very nice. But little people, do they know that this is extremely good for your respiratory system? If you have one of these super colds that just popped up on you, like what's been happening to everyone now, thyme. Thyme is an excellent antiviral, antiseptic, antibacterial. It's very good for your respiratory system to flush out all the mucus. It's a very powerful little fine leaf. So if you mix thyme and cinnamon, you could put it up to like, normally I use 3 types of cinnamon. Cinnamon leaf, which I get from Jamaica. I've gotten it from different regions, but Jamaica, to me, provides me the best cinnamon leaves I can get. They're very big, broad, and strong. Cinnamon leaves, cinnamon powder. You can use up to a whole teaspoon into the pot of let's say you're going to make a 2 to 3 cup pot of tea. It's like a quart. You can put up to a teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon and a half. Okay, and cinnamon is a very powerful circulatory. So it will burst through and open up your system. It will help you sweat. It will help warm up all of this area and release all of that congestion that's within the sinus cavities. You have many cavities which are openings within your skull. So you have cavities behind your eyes, have cavities behind your nose, there's cavities behind your mouth, in the back of your skull. So there's many cavities here in your ear spaces. And these spaces is where the ether lives. We have ether. There are 5 elements they're always talking about. We have air, which is an essence of God. If you would recognize that as the breath of life, if I didn't have the breath of life, I would not live. Nothing would live. People take this breath of life for granted, and it comes with having faith. If you breathe in the breath of life and you focus on many beautiful things like peace, love, and harmony, the essence of God, if God is, or the essence of the universe of creation, this spiritual bondage in a book, the conforming ways of religion, it keeps people, what I come to see, this is what my observation is. This is an observation of mine, watching people telling me about how strong their faith is. But when I talk to them, they said a lady came to me the other day, her face was inflamed. It was red and tan. And she was telling me about high blood pressure. She was telling me about a pill that she takes for a diuretic. And then she told me, oh, I have this at my house. I have that at my house, a big bag of that. She was so impressed because she saw Moringa on my table. And it was the woman's first time at the market, and it was the end of the market. We only have 2 more weeks left at East New York Farms. And this lady comes straight up to my table. Her vibration sent her right to me. And that was through the ether of the essence of creation. she came to where she needed to go. So, this moringa seed, she saw it on the table. She was like, oh my God, I have a whole big bag of this at home. And I was like, wow, what do you do with it? Do you eat it? She said, no, 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 I don't eat it. I have high blood pressure. I take high blood pressure pills. I take a diuretic pill because I have a, swollen limb somewhere. So I explained to the young lady, I said, listen, young lady, you need to throw those medications in the garbage. Sorry? I said, because this moringa is God-given from creation. This moringa is for your high blood pressure. This moringa is your diuretic, cleaning your whole urinary system. Moringa cleans your kidneys and your liver, your major cleansing organs of your blood. Okay? This is what moringa does. Moringa is an anti-inflammatory. If you're swollen, it will bring you down. Okay? It increases your natural defense system. Moringa is great for constipation, relieving you of stuck bowels. It will literally clean you out. And this is a reason that people have high blood pressure, because they're also constipated. Moringa helps clean kidney stones and break them down within your urinary system. Moringa contains fiber which supports and cleans the digestive tract, giving a smooth bowel movement. It helps promote circulation. Open up your circulation. Give me a moringa seed. Let me tell you, this moringa seed is very, very special, okay? And there she goes. Oh, I wonder if you can see this dust. This dust that's on this moringa seed that I just opened tells me that this moringa seed should not be eaten. When you open up a moringa seed, there should be no dust inside. Okay, this is very surprising. And no dusty moringa seed. When you open up the shell, there should be no dust inside. So that was not a good seed, although it appeared to be good. I'm going to open another seed. I'm glad I'm opening a seed to eat so you can see how to eat a moringa seed. Well, I don't know if let me check this out. Well, because first seed looked a little deteriorated, and it is not. Let me eat it. There's nothing wrong with these seeds. Let me drink some water. Moringa is very powerful. It bursts through your skin. And this one is the black seeds. Let me tell you something. These seeds are very, very, very potent and highly, highly, highly anti-cancerous. It's very important to stay on anti-cancerous herbs, foods, for longevity and long life and health and happiness. And the drinking of agua is essential to life. When your blood cells are dehydrated, everything in your body begins to slow down. Moringa is one of the richest sources of vitamins. Pardon me. This black seeds and moringa seeds is charging up my blood cells, opening up my mind and my synapses of the brain cells. These are very good seeds, for real. Literally, everything is opening up in my mind. And I know y'all will notice the difference in me as you watch me. That's why I'm taking these things now. Because I didn't sleep well last night, and I'm very kind of tired today. Mm. Please. So, those black seeds and the moringa seeds, I also bought the black seed oil and the moringa seed oil today because I also take those. Pardon me. Mm. 1 second. So, today I want to show you about moringa and black seed more. I bought the oils, I bought the seeds themselves. I didn't really bring the leaves of the plants, but these things are also very good for your nervous system because when you have a cold and you can't breathe in the night or you can't breathe in the day or you're stuffed up or you're dripping sinus drip, whatsoever the case may be, you feel uncomfortable and it's a very intense feeling. Sometimes you're feeling pain in your chest when you're coughing, and it hurts. It does hurt. So this is why I bought also nervines today, and I'm going to talk to you about nervines. Nervines are herbs that go into your nervous system and relax you. So the nervines that we're going to talk today about is soursop leaf. Moringa is a nervine also, so it's black seeds, and valerian root. Valerian root has a smell like a stinking toes, a stinking socks, funky, unky, unky. Okay? And valerian root is a very, very powerful herb. You can get it in many different places. And Latino people call valerian root valeriana. So, let's, hold on. So, let's give a combination of a tea that you can make that is going to be very fast acting concerning your head being congested, you're feeling like you can't breathe, your nose is running, whatever the case may be. Just this sudden cold that everybody's getting right now. Maybe your head is congested and cold, so this is going to be our cold tea. That we're going to use items. I'm going to stick with items that most people have within their kitchen. Let's start there, okay? Items in the kitchen that can be used to make the combination for your cold season tea. And then we'll add other things that you can incorporate that you can get by a purchase or however you're going to get it. We're going to put those other herbs that will be needed to give it a little extra boost. Herbs. Last week we dealt with fruits. We'll list them again. But right now I want to get to the herbs that you'll need that were within your kitchen. So, we're going to deal with cinnamon. Cinnamon is a circulatory, very nice. And cinnamon you can use 1/2 a teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. You don't want to get crazy with cinnamon, but even if you drop a little bit more, you'll be okay. Time is very, very important within making your teas. You can use as much time, let's say, you can use as much time. This is enough. Okay? This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twigs. 5 twigs. 5 twigs a time. 1 to 2 garlic. Pegs. Pounded. Do not grate. Okay? And the relaxant. Cinnamon is a circulatory. Thyme is a antiviral. Garlic is a blood purifier. And thyme is also an antiviral, antiseptic. Garlic, fresh. Everything fresh. Nothing processed. If you only have that in the house, that's fine. If you only have garlic powder or you only have ginger powder, that's fine. I bought something very special for you to see today, and it's called stevia powder. I know a lot of you have seen stevia. It's been white. It's been nasty. Okay, but I have some stevia. That's the original stevia. It's not white. It's green. It's a plant. Okay? Let me get you some. Let's get you a little stevia out here. It's very, very sweet. It's the most beautiful green powder. And when it's a leaf, it's amazing. It's amazing. When you see the stevia and you taste it, because you've always seen it processed on the shelf, we have to get away from all this process. If you want to become better in health, you want to get better in health, if you want to feel energetic, you're going to have to go back to the source of nature. The source of nature is where everything is, and it starts and it begins. This is the stevia. It's different. It's green, it's dark green, and it's quite sweet. Quite sweet. Oh, stevia. It's very sweet. That's only a dot I tasted on the spoon. Woo. So when it goes in the tea, only a little drop goes into the tea. Let me show you. Because I have fresh tea here. Hold on, please. I'm going to show you how to how to scrub. Remember last week I was talking about scrubbing vegetables and fruits and so forth like that. I'm going to show you today how to do it because I'm still seeing a lot of people scrubbing fruits and vegetables in a manner in which it should not be done, and cutting up their food. So Let's see, garlic, cinnamon, thyme. You can pound some black seeds. 1 to 2 tablespoons of black seeds. Crushed, pounded. When I'm always requesting that we pound out, it's very important to have a mortar and pestle in the house, because when you pound out these herbs, you're releasing the oils from these herbs, from these seeds, from these berries, whatever the case it may be. When you put it into here, you're releasing the essential oil and opening up the medicine within the plant or the seed or the berry or the herb or the bark, whatever the case may be. And when you crush them, you're bringing the medicine to the height where you need to use it. Now, moringa is high in a lot of vitamins. This is why when you have a cold, it's important to take things like nettle. Nettle is very good, and so is moringa. So, nettle, a couple of weeks we spoke about, has a lot of B vitamins. Now, let's hear about the vitamin content of the richest sources of vitamins, or one of the richest sources of vitamin contents around the world, which is moringa. Vitamin A. Okay. Moringa is very high in vitamin A. It has 6,700 mcgs. Now, carrots have 1980 mcgs compared to vitamin C. Vitamin A and moringa is very high, more than carrots, 1 cup. Vitamin C, calcium, potassium, protein, vitamin A, vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, B7, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. These are all in moringa. Moringa is so powerful. That's why it's very important to add it into your foods and your diet. You get all the vitamins you need a day in moringa. Moringa makes your skin radiant and beautiful. You don't need acne cream from the doctor. This acne cream is designed, it's a chemical. It will burn your skin. Every lotion chemical that I can see upon my eyes, these are chemicals. And you cannot maintain radiant skin putting chemicals on your skin. It's going to dry your skin out. It's inorganic. Your skin is organic. My God, I saw some women in the Caribbean bleaching their whole entire beautiful blackness, trying to turn their beautiful blackness into white. The whole body. Friend rubbing her down had the big bucket of bleaching skin cream. Where is your faith? Don't you know that everything came from blackness? Blackness is the most beautiful color upon the face of the universe. Everything comes out of blackness. The sun comes out of the blackness of creation. The moon comes out of the blackness of creation. The firmament comes out of the blackness of creation. The word, sound, and power came out of the darkness of creation. Black is the most beautifulest color of creation, of foundation. It made the rainbows and all of the colors that came upon this earth. And it brought forth the sun. It brought forth life. How could you not give thanks and praise for the sun, for the life? Without the sun, that is one of the elements, fire. Okay? Mental bondage. I can't possibly give thanks and praise to the sun. Because in that book, it told me I better not give thanks and praise for the sun. Well, that's where you went wrong. Okay? You went wrong in faith. Because you have to, I don't like the sun. I don't like the water. I don't like when the wind blows on me. So, people, when you be saying those horrible things about the elements that created you, you're bringing a very heavy essence into your life. Okay? Because those same things created every little thing upon my table. This beautiful soap. This is the original black soap. It doesn't have a black color. It is brown. It comes from a shea nut. This is raw black soap. It's beautiful. These are the black seeds of creation. Beautiful. Okay? So all of these things, black seeds are good for everything except for death, it is said. Okay? Black seeds is for high blood pressure. Black seeds is for high blood sugar. Black seeds is for so many things. So right now, I'm going to take Moringa oil and black seed oil together. I'm going to drink them. And this is what you need to do. We have a list of oils that you can begin to take to get your body functioning. Oh, yeah. Let's finish going down this types of belief. I just feel bad every time I have to go through this, and I really am not speaking directly to a physical person. I'm talking to the machine, so to the camera. So I'm going to talk to you. Let's talk about self-abuse. This is another type of beliefs of faith that keeps people in a spiritual and mental bondage. Okay, so it's the mental bondage. I can't possibly do that. I won't be able to. I can't. Oh, it's impossible. Oh, it's going to be a horrible. And all of these negative. This is a non-belief system of nothing good will happen for me. So that means health, in my mind, is a very good thing. Having health, the wealth of health, let's get paid in health bucks. Okay? What's in front of you? Okay. The disbelief. Disbelief in the beauty of self. A lot of people don't believe they're beautiful. It's unbelievable how many people think they're so like an ugly duckling. Listen, love thyself. Okay? The first part where God is inside of you. Okay? And if you don't love you, you don't love the God within you, you can't manifest anything. There's nothing that you're really going to manifest concerning love. Because first love is love of self. You must learn to love self. You can't say you love your children, but oh, I can't stand myself. People have to recognize that. To love your children, you have to love yourself first. Okay? So I've met a lot of religious people this year, and they're very strong on faith. But they have all kind of ailments. They all running to the doctor. They believe in the doctor. I can't believe what kind of evangelistic people I've met this year. I've met a lot of these type of evangelistic people, and they've told me all kinds of things about religion, but they are sick, and they are taking every living, not giving God thing that the doctor gives them. It's unbelievable. Okay? Disbelieve that you can achieve what is in front of you. Okay? Disbelief that you can achieve what is not in front of you. Disbelief in the beauty of self. Self-abuse, negative self-criticisms, mental bondage. I can't possibly. You know, all of these mental bondages things, let me just be real with you people. I just see this, all you people is faithless. Okay? If I've mentioned you in some kind of way, if you've heard your character, if you have acne and you're running to the doctor for your acne, or you have eczema and you're running to the doctor for the eczema, if you're running to the doctor for your high blood pressure, or whatever the case may be, these basic need stuff, okay? This stuff is basic. Oh, because you have arthritis in your knee, you went to get a shot of cortisone. This is not the way to go. People, family, fam, this ain't the way to go. Going to get that cortisone shot is a psych out. It psychs your nervous system out. It makes you think that you're okay when you are not okay. So when your cortisone shot wears off, it's really going to hurt when it wears off more, because you've been walking all over that knee and doing all kinds of super stuff you wasn't doing before with that knee. And then when that medicine wears off and your nervous system gets pick up that signal that it's been blocked all that time, it's going to be excruciating pain. There's no getting over it. So the best thing you need to do is begin to oil your joints with oils. Okay? Cold pressed coconut oil is very good. Virgin, organic, cold pressed oil. We've got extra virgin olive oil, which is very good. Virgin olive oil, extra virgin olive oil is very buttery in nature. It's very smooth. A lot of the elders, they tend to tell me, oh, Laida, that reminds me of cod liver oil. Oh my goodness, it reminds me of cod liver oil. Well, none of these oils taste like cod liver oil. And if you make a combination with them and you just have a sip of it every day, you would be doing yourself a lot of justice. Your body, metabolism will love it. They're very good for your blood pressure. They're very good for your nervous system. They're very good for your flexibility and your circulation. We have Moringa oil. Moringa oil is such a wonderful oil. And it also is very good for your skin. It's very good for your internal, for pain, for pressure, for inflammation. And it goes to work very, very fast. Let's get you a short list. Oh, Moringa oil removes wrinkles. Clears blackheads and spots. Makes your face glow. It's anti-ulcer, anti-spasmodic. It's a diuretic, helping you to get out excess fluids. Anti-inflammatory, hypertensive, cholesterol lowering. That means it breaks up LDL, bad cholesterol. Okay? And you can call in at the Skunk House Radio TV. The number is above the board. You can check it out. It's 676-0853. That's again 718-676-0853. Call into Skunk TV Radio TV and come speak to call Sister Laida. We're soon going to be taking a break. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about Moringa oil, because Moringa oil, one time I went to see one of my girlfriends and she was in very bad spasm with pains in her back. And I didn't know what was wrong with her, and she told me that was the issue. So I had just came in from a long trip to see her, and I whipped out my Moringa oil and I gave her 1 teaspoon of that Moringa oil. And I was whipping her up tea inside of her kitchen. I had my little herbal bag. And she walked past the kitchen about 10 minutes later. I said, "How are you feeling?" She said, "It's a miracle." I said, "What?" She said, "It's a miracle." I said, "What happened?" She said, "My back doesn't hurt no more. I don't feel mad no more. I was stressed. I was, my cycle started and I was just like, argh. And now I feel all better." And she had a show to do. We did that show that day. It was good. It was good. So Moringa oil is to be taken internally. You'll find a lot of information. It says take it externally. No. You take Moringa internally. It's very good for your heart. It's very good for antioxidants, antibacterial, antifungal. It just attacks everything. Parasites, antiparasitic. And it's excellent for anti-tumor, antipyretic, anti-epileptic. Oh, I forgot, this is very good. Very good for multiple sclerosis and epilepsy and stuff like that. Moringa makes you feel happy. Telling you. So let's talk more about herbs. People, please stop running to the doctor for a cold. Please, I'm asking you to take time out to use your Google finger to Google your ailment and the foods and the herbs that would help to make you feel a lot better if you begin to incorporate it into your life. Look up essential oils that would be beneficial to your health. My mom did something very, very special recently, and I've been so proud of her since. I told her that today. I said, when you came to my house a few months ago and you bought this immunity kit, she had Kaleido silver water. I looked at it. My mother's 71, 72. Yeah, and she had this Kaleido silver. She had 2 essential oil blends. One was all just plain essential oils, and one was based with a coconut oil. And she said she was dropping them in her waters and using them and drinking the Kaleido silver. And she said, "Do you think this is good?" I said, "Yes, this is excellent, Umi. Umi, this is excellent. This is going to build your immune system. You're doing so much that is so good for you." I'm so proud. I was so really proud of her. She kept saying, "Did you read it? Did you read it?" But I already knew what Kaleido silver was, so I took my time. I had other things to do, so I read it before she left, while she wasn't in the room with me. So when she really looked at it, she was really surprised. She was really surprised that I asked so many questions about her, where she bought it from, a lot of different things. I'm just really happy that my mom chooses to trust God's medicine and be healthy. She's a very young lady. I'm very proud of her. Okay. And I have my soursop leaves. Soursop leaves are very good for your whole entire system. I've heard many testimonials of people healing their life using soursop leaf. Cancer, cancer over and over. Free radical damage of cells from cancer and the chemotherapy helps protect the cells. Marshmallow root. I love marshmallow root. And it's very important to keep, especially when you have heat within your system. Your energy is a hot energy. You have high blood pressure, you're smoking, you're drinking, you're always hot inside. Metabolism is high, always speeding around. Marshmallow root. If you have mucus overload, marshmallow root. If you're burning in your throat, marshmallow root. If your lungs are burning, marshmallow root. It's very soothing. Soothing. Beautiful herb. Soothing. Cayenne pepper and ginger. Oh my God, you must know that, okay? Always. Some people can't handle cayenne. Some people can't handle ginger. So it's important to pick one of the other. But if you don't want either, please use cinnamon. Okay? You have to have something in a high portion, high dose, 1 teaspoon or a little bit more. Okay? Just cinnamon, thyme, garlic, black seeds, moringa seeds. Use your crusher. It's very important. And these are the oils I'm going to pour to take a test. Hold, please. I'm going to use, because I'm going to make 1 teaspoon. I'm going to use, let's see, I only have a little bit of oil left. Let's see. Okay, I can get 1 teaspoon here. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon each. Black seed. Okay, I have black seed. Let me get a half a teaspoon here. Clear my space. Use measuring spoons when you're combining. You see the beauty, the darkness of this oil? This is the black seed oil. See the darkness of it? It shows the richness of the oil. It's very powerful. When you're starting to take black seed, it's very important not to just take a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. It's very important to test black seed because it's very, very powerful. So, when I first took it, it burned the mess out of me going down. So then I was scared to take it for a little while. So you see 1 drop is very good to start out with when you're starting out with black seed and moringa oil, because moringa oil is very powerful like that too. It can go down in you and bust up gas, 1 little drop like that. Okay, so here we go. Here's the moringa oil. It's a little lighter in nature, in texture, and in taste. It's lighter, and in color, it is lighter. So you would mix the oils in this little container. And for those that are new jacks and taking oils, take a little bit to start. This is a half a teaspoon. I would suggest, if you're not used to taking strong oils, you taste first. Whoa. Ooh. 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 This is powerful stuff, people. Let me tell you. This is God's creation. Okay? Pay attention. Not a book. This is superfood, baby. Oh my God. This thing is going through my brain cells, okay? These things literally open up the synapses of your brain. Oh Lord. And you don't waste a drop, okay? Never. Make sure that you get it all, because this is going to give you longevity, okay? This is God's food. This is sunflower oil. I like to buy my oils from the Muslims. I really do. Sunflower oil is an oil that I tend to get from them. Sunflower, I love their olive oil. Their olive oil is mostly from Mount Olive in Jerusalem and Beirut and places of those, like in the Middle East and Egypt and Africa. They're not Egypt, pardon me. Their olive trees and their olive oil is very high quality. So, the sunflower oil is reasonably priced. If olive oils are very green in nature, very deep, dark, and very buttery. I love going to halal area to buy my oils. Specific oils like Moringa oil, black seed oil, they have very large selections. You can pick many different selections from those stores. Now, when we come back, we're going to deal with essential oils, how to blend them. Stevia is a natural sweet powder. It's green, people. It's not white. All these processed foods are slowing down your blood cells, giving you an overload of mucus, just messing people up. And then the fact that people are not believing in natural way of life, the breath of life, breathing exercises is a connection with God. Breathing exercises is a connection with God. When you breathe, it's something that's essential. Without breathing, you won't have life. Without water, you won't have life. Without fire, you won't have heat. You'd freeze. You won't even have the warmth of a baby coming out the womb into the earth. And without space and ether. Now, all of these things that we have in front of us, and all you people of spiritual heights, Have you ever thought that God would like you to just thank him and her for just these basic things? I have food on my plate. I have a breath of life. I have air to breathe. I have water to drink, and pick up your water and say, thank you. Thank you. And put your vibration into the waters. Because if you didn't know, the waters is going back into the creation. It's going back into the heavens. This water is going to all the planets and going through the atmosphere and traveling through creation. This water is special waters. It's carrying messages into the heavens. Little do you know. Little do you know it's very important to speak peaceful and wonderful words over your cups of water. Because when you put that negative out, it is going to follow you through creation. You better be careful. You better be thankful for your giving waters of creation. This is serious. Now, we're going to take myrrh powder. Myrrh is a very holy powder. It can be found in the health food stores. It can found people burning myrrh powder, but those myrrh stones are not the ones that you use for making tea. I make tea with myrrh powder. I've killed lots of infections, respiratory upper and lower with myrrh. I've killed, what do you call that one? The walking pneumonia with the myrrh powder. Pardon me. So to make tea, the basic thing is to use 1 teaspoon each of things. Sometimes like thyme, you need more. Cinnamon, you need more. If you're using cinnamon sticks, I would suggest you use at least 3 to 5 sticks. You know, the least being 3, the most being 5. Garlic pegs. These are very important things for putting into a teapot. And then you can add a little eucalyptus if you have that in the house. You can add peppermint if you have that in the house. Fennel seeds are very good for your digestive tract. You know, a lot of people have mucus backed up into your colon. You need a colon cleanse. And if you would like to get a colon cleanse, I make a wonderful, wonderful colon cleanse. It's called the Detox Tonic. It's smooth. It never runs you to the bathroom in a rush ever. You know, when you do go to the bathroom, just more comes out than you would normally expect. So, I'm going to read you a little bit about the detox formula that I create. It's for Houston. It's called Seeds of Life Enterprises Detoxification Tonic, colon, liver, and blood cleanser. For use in constipation, relaxes bloated and upset stomach after a meal, dissolves polyps. This really does dissolve polyps. My uncle had cancer in his colon, and he had polyps. And I gave him a large bottle of this detox, and he drank it. He drank it for the days that I recommended, and when they went in for the surgery, most of the polyps that was dissolved, gone. So this is why I've added dissolves polyps with continued use. Releases toxic gases, and it dissolves toxic gases, mucus and waste from the colon. It releases all of that mucus, gas, and waste from the colon while producing healthy mucosa. Also for use in gas, fatigue, dry mouth, low energy, headaches, blood purifier, kidney issues, liver cleanser, parasite, and parasite egg killer, and for blocked sluggish feelings. Detox is so important to take. It's important to detoxify your body and your spirit at least 3 to 4 times a year. You know, when you don't cleanse, you get an overload of mucus, overload of toxins, overload of waste, overload of putrefaction, overload of things that are breaking down your blood cells and your joints and your organs. And if you don't take time to cleanse and rebuild for every season, this is why we have natural cleansers to cleanse the inside of our body and the outside. Yesterday I watched a documentary about a island in Japan, and the island is a volcanic island, and it's only 150 people inhabit this island. And everybody on the island knows everyone. There's one post office, there's one traffic light, there's one of everything. And they had a community space where anybody in the whole town can come cook outdoors in this one space. And they had a steam pipe coming out of the lava mountain, and it heated up these 4 kettles, these big 4 kettles that had steam baskets in it. And anybody in the whole town could come there. It was a community place, a community space where anybody can come eat and share food with anyone that they wanted. We don't have communal living here in New York City. If we do, I don't know anything about it, okay? And communal living was for the whole entire island when I was, it was so wonderful. How life used to be in our part of the world isn't anymore. So it's very important that we, as a community, we come together, we take care of one another, help each other with all kinds of issues that's concerning life, where we can even lend a helping word to help a person. We don't have to hold back. We can give that helping word. We don't have to hold back. This holding back is like, okay, I want to heal myself, but I'm holding back. I want to heal myself, but I don't want everybody else to know that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to, fake it a little bit until I make it. But while I'm faking it before I make it, I go and do some cheating skills and do what I used to do the best. So while I do that, I relapse into where I was before. So you don't do things like run to the doctor. You take a detox. You take a lemon. You take some hot water. You take some cayenne pepper, some cinnamon. You take some cinnapods. You take something from nature to cleanse yourself. You're stuffy every day in the morning. You take hot lemon water. You're a person that doesn't like hot things. It's not a good idea if you have a wicked cold, because the wicked cold is going to get worse if you don't put heat in there to melt out everything. It has to be melted. So you need heat. So if you put heat on your forehead, whether you put heat, and I'm not saying ginger isn't heat, but if you're using it cold when you need hot drinks to melt the mucus inside of your head and warm up your internal organs, and they need heat to warm you up. So I'm begging you all, please take time, make tea, little herbs and spices that you have around the house. coriander seeds. Oh, there's a lot of different seeds that people have in their house. Spices, mostly from India, cumin. There's many spices to use. I want you people to begin to use it. If you have a juicer, you can juice some apples, add the spices, and make hot apple cider. Hot apple juice is very good for a cold. You juice some ginger with this, or you grate the ginger with your apple. Fresh apples, not apple juice in a bottle. All of these juices in a bottle, they're pasteurized, they're cooked. All the good nutrients are actually cooked out of them. Okay, so I need for the public to make a better effort in dealing with your natural health. Listen to marshmallow root. It aids the body in expelling excess fluid and mucus. It soothes and heals the skin and the mucous membrane all the way down. When you drink it, you can feel it soothe everything as it goes down inside of you. It's a wonderful herb. If you're really sick and you feel like an infection is coming on, myrrh powder is very good for infections, and so is golden seal. Golden seal and myrrh is very good for infections. Yes. Let me write this down. Golden seal and myrrh powder. Very good for infections. Okay, I'm going to take a break. You can take these notes while I go on a break. Get some tea. And Al is going to spin some tunes for you. Okay, now, if you would like to get some of my detox, the eye formula, hypertension tonic, I have many different items that are very good. So, the tonics, let's go through them again. Hypertension is for high blood pressure, jittery feelings, nervous tension, insomnia, you can't rest. This is very good for hypertension tonic. We have bone builder tonic. Bone builder is very good for aches, pains, joints, stiff joints, breaking down ligaments and tendons to build them up and bring them back tight again. The bone builder. All of these tonics are $20 for 16 ounces, and for the large 32 ounces, they're $40. We have detox, hypertension, eye tonic, which is the See Clearer Today tonic, which works very good for blurred vision as we get older. Normally after we turn 30, 35, we begin to get blurred vision. And I'm proud to say I still have 20/20 vision. So drinking the eye tonic, it helps me to keep in focus. Like if I begin to start to see blurry, which happens about twice a year, I'll drink off a week worth of the eye tonic. And my eyes are good. I really can say that. We have also respiratory tonic, which I'm working on. So people who feel like they don't want to make their own tonic, respiratory tonic is very, very good for cleansing your respiratory system. It's called, we have one for allergies, and then we have another one. It's called the Cellular Respiratory Cleanser. Ay, ay, ay. I also make a set of custom made herb tonics, whatever, clay. It doesn't matter. Make clay for different things. Clay for infections, clay for sensitive skin. I make clay for pains and if a person has had an accident, make clay for that. They make clay for so many different things, for acne, for sensitive skin, for skin that is very oily, for gangrene limbs, for weeping wounds. Clay is for detoxifying internally also. Oh, clay is a miracle powder, straight from creation, rinsed by hundreds and hundreds of years of the elements of creation: wind, water, sun. It's been beaten by it all. Snow in the mountains. So when I see natural essences like that and I can get my hands on it from creation, it makes me very, very happy inside, because I know that these little things have got essence in it. They said Christ healed a blind man with the clay at the waterside. The man was sitting there with the eyes all messed up. Christ came by and found out what's going on. He went and picked up some clay. They say he spat in it. He picked up some water there, okay, right there at the water side, and made the clay and put it on the eyes. Okay, spat in there. Okay, spat don't make no clay. You need water. Okay, so Christ used the water. Common sense gonna tell me that. And that's when I read that story when I was a teenager. I was like, whoa, what is that clay? I have to get my hands on that. It take anybody to make a batch of clay. And half the people that read about Jesus Christ did ever take time out to look at this man was a healer. Okay? And you look at some of the things that he did, you know that you could do it too. Because God gave every last one of us, we have the God-given power to do anything. Okay? We can heal our body. We can heal our life. We can heal our mind. We can heal our spirit. We can heal whatever trauma that has come upon our life. But we got to believe that we can do it to actually physically receive it. You know, too many people have passed away this year for me. Okay, that I've known, not so personally. Some people I did know personally. Some were tragic deaths, but a lot of these upcoming latest deaths, it's the end of the year. This is a normal thing. You know, the universe takes a lot of souls back at this time of the year. This is really a normal thing, but it's just disturbing at how people are passing away. Really disturbing. I had a beautiful young girl pass away the other day. She was 28. She just got her master's degree. She was a baby, the way I see it. She turned out to be a black psychologist. She worked with people that was on drugs. And that child had the lupus and she was like 16 years old. And the doctors took her for all of these years from 16 to 28 And they did so many experiments with her, year after year. And she knew the doctors wasn't right. The internal alarm went off and off in the child. I spoke to her. She said her alarm was going off. But she pressed on because the doctor said, press on. Okay. And this child, she had some, like these nodules on her leg. And the doctor did a biopsy. She said, no, but he's Jamaican. Like she's from Jamaica and he's from Jamaica, so that makes it okay. No, he's a doctor. He gets the same training as the rest of the doctors. Okay? They're not training to heal them anymore. The doctors in the doctor school are not being trained to heal anymore. Okay? So, the doctor took some kind of biopsy and popped the nodules out the child's leg. Pop, pop. One dry one and one was still fresh. And I said, oh my God, child, that must have been so excruciating. She said, yes, Sister Laida. I said, did you cry? She said, yes, I cried very, very badly. It was so painful. And she let the doctor pop another one out her leg. And he wasn't able to tell her anything. All right? And I was so upset. I said, child, stop letting these doctors do experiments on you. Let me help you. Let me help show you the way to build up your immune system. Because this child just had lupus. I just don't look at lupus as some horrible disease. I just can't see it as that. Because it's just something, just your body attacking its own immune system. Now, if you would take time out to build up your immune system, do like my mom did, get a little immunity kit and build it up. It's very important. These little items that I'm taking here that I showed you today, this beautiful soursop leaf, it builds your immune system up. Very soft, lightweight, doesn't have any strong taste. This literally builds your immunity. Fights cancer, superpower. Here we are, black seeds. Fights cancer, superpower. These things all build up your immune system. Every single last one. If you build your immune system, your blood and your nervous system will be happy. You don't build your immune system, you don't feed it. It's like your hair on your head. Okay? If you don't feed your scalp oil, your hair can't grow. Okay? It's like if you don't feed your children nourishing food, they won't grow up big, strong, and healthy. You see me? I'm finding that parents are giving the children lots and lots and lots of dumb snacks. Okay? And these snacks are hindering their children. The parents are walking down the streets. See, I bought you this and that, and you didn't even eat it. I didn't have my money to waste on you. I didn't even have the money, and I spent my last money buying you McDonald's or whatever, and you did not appreciate it. I'll be looking at parents walking down the street. I'll be like, what is going through their cotton picking mind? What be going on in their minds? You know, children hollering, screaming, ah! The parents is just screaming back. So you see, and parents have lost control of the idea of what parenthood is about. Number one, you should not be taking your last money to McDonald's to waste on foolishness when you could have went to the store, bought you a nice little food to make for you and your child to have a loving little meal at home together with your budget. Okay? Instead, you're going to blow your last money on a meal that you know your child is not going to eat because all they want is the toy. Children who are screaming out of control, parents. I'm tired of seeing it on a regular basis. You need to ask your child. No, you first of all, you need to make your command. Stop making that noise and close your mouth. Maybe you may want to say it in a different way, but that's the way I say it. Close your mouth. Okay? And this command, I don't have to yell it. All I have to do is say it and put a little bass on my tone. And they close their mouth. There's no way in the world that I'm going to have my grandchildren or my children when they were small out there on the road and they're going to be acting like a maniac. I see it all the time. I saw a young lady this summer, very young lady, with her son. He was only 2, but he knew what he was doing. He was hitting his mother. He was trying to kick and punch his mother. He was screaming and yelling. I said, grab a hold of him. She wouldn't grab him because he kept fighting her. Now, people may say I'm wrong. Sometimes you gotta lay hands on a child. You may have to wring their ear. You may have to squeeze their little hand. But there's something that you have to do to get a control of the situation. You may have to roll their little knuckles in your hand real quick. A quick little roll. But you do something to get the child under control. You don't just let the child scream out of control. It doesn't make any sense. It's humiliating and embarrassing, and that child will never respect you in the long run. So, parents, children need some form of discipline. They need somebody to guide them and direct them. You don't let your child decide what they want to eat and give them poison and say that's what they wanted. You don't buy them toys and video games, and tell your child, oh, you was on the game all night and you didn't do your homework. Or you was on Dora all day and night and you didn't do your homework. No, you're the director of the child. Direct your children. All right, I'm sick of this. Do you see these oils that I told you about? If your child has a cold, you can take something as simple like if a child is having an asthma attack. They coughing and they can't get the mucus out. It's stuck in there because you've been pumping them with the suppressants. I would suggest that you use a teaspoon of oil. Olive oil, if that's what you got on hand. Cold pressed organic coconut oil. No refined coconut oil. Refined coconut oil is not good for your heart. It's heart unhealthy. So I want you to get the white pearly cold unpressed oil. Cold pressed oil that is unrefined. Organic ginger. This is a very important thing to have organic ginger. You use this in every single preparation when you have a cold. Using lemons is very good that you use this in every preparation. You know what I'm going to do very swiftly? I'm going to show you how to scrub off the vegetable. Okay, because scrubbing this vegetable is very important, and fruit. I know this is fruits, but y'all get the point. So we have 2 apples. They're pretty dusty looking. I did scrub this one already, but we're going to put them all to the test, okay? Hold, please. So, we have water. Water is running over the vegetables. We have vinegar. Just 2 drops. And normally I would have some kind of dish soap. So we're gonna put a drop of this black soap. Okay. Just for the effect of soap. Now, if I was at home, I would have a whole bowl of water. So it's important to scrub the vegetables and the fruits in a circular pattern to get off all of this. And these are organic fruits. So I know you see it looks a little whitish, but trust me, that is not pesticide. That is just how the fruit grows in the elements. And this is the lemon. Lemons and oranges, like, they are covered with this crap. So it's very important to be seriously scrubbing these vegetables. In the beginning, this specific fruit was very slippery. And I could feel the slip coming off of it. One side of it is still very slippery. And this is how I want you to wash your vegetables. And also with green leafy vegetables, you put them in the big bowl or whatever you're going to use. Sprinkle it heavily with sea salt, and then let the water, sink the water, make the water come to the top of the bowl or the pot or whatever you may have. And I'm telling you, all the sand, like, people tend to still eat a lot of spinach. I don't eat much spinach. But spinach tends to come with a lot of sand on it, grainy. Sometimes you could cook up the spinach and you still chewing on sand. So when I'm telling you that it's very important there's certain vegetables that's grown in sandy soil, very important to wash it with the salt water, because the salt water literally, like, lifts the sand off of the greens, and all that sand and soil and stuff ends up in the bottom of the bowl. And then you pull up everything and you wash them again in a fresh water, and you'll barely see any sand in there. You may have to do one more time depending on how sandy or how much soil is on the actual vegetables. Okay? Now, that is how you wash a vegetable. Always get a vegetable brush. It's very important. And I am ready for a break. Break down. You can break. Oh, Alpine, please play me some music. You. Peace and love. We've come back to complete our show today. We've dealt, let's go over a little, let's go over what we've been through today. We talked about different types of belief and faith. What I'm telling you people is faith doesn't come because you say it or because you repeat something every day. Faith comes from within. It's, oh Lord, I just, it's the belief that anything that you can do it. You can believe that, okay, the doctor diagnosed me with something that they say is terminal or degenerative. Now you can believe what the doctor says to you and go ahead and degenerate down into a hole, or you can take the reins of your own life and say, my life is not degenerative. I'm going to repair this, and I'm going to seek, and I'm going to find, and I'm going to get what I need. I will receive it. Okay? This child just died last week, 28 years old, of lupus because your immune system went down. You know, and I'm hearing too many of these crazy stories of people passing away because they believed in the doctor and they didn't have enough faith to heal their own life. Okay? Watching little young children, 19 years old with lupus, with canes in there, and scared to listen to anything that has to do with nature, but they on these pills and not feeling any better. Gabapentin. It's a nerve medicine. It don't help your nerves. Get off of it, people. Get out of this mental bondage. Self-abuse. You know for a fact that when you taking these nerve pain pills, that you still have nerve pain. Why are you taking it? Get off of them. Okay? Take some soursop leaf. Take some moringa. These are very good for your nervous system. Drink tea. You can add these things into your soups. You can add this into your rice. You can add this into many different grains. All you have to do is boil it in the water. You can even pop these out before you start cooking your food, or you can leave them in and pop them in after you finish your food. Soursop leaves are very gentle in taste in nature, so it can be incorporated into many different types of food. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tea, okay? So like a person would put a bay leaf in rice and peas. You could put a few of these inside your rice too, inside the water while you're boiling the water. You drop your rice and peas, and you have rice and peas with the cancer fighting power inside of it. You understand what I'm saying, people? This is some powerful stuff. Now, lots of people I know personally, I know a lot of people from the Caribbean, lots of them have soursop leaf in their house. Lots of them. And lots of them have this moringa seeds in their house. Lots of them. Them nyame. Okay? For those who don't understand what I just said, that means they're not eating it. Okay? So, a young lady walked up to me. Her face was so inflamed. Today, I watched a bleaching video. It was so disturbing. Two young ladies from Jamaica bleach up themselves, the full entire body. So a young lady came to me this week. She looked like it's a possibility that her skin was bleached, but I wasn't really sure. So she told me all kinds of things, like I told you earlier about high blood pressure, moringa, high blood pressure, black seeds, high blood pressure, soursop leaf. Okay? These things are essential for you to balance out. They have biblical herbs called blessed thistle, hyssop, where they claim wash it white like snow. It's a white man lie. Okay? The hyssop balance you out, whether you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure. Okay? It don't wash you white like snow. All right? I'm telling you, we'll read that in the Bible. Hyssop wash you white like snow. That's the truth. Now, You use these things that I have given you for your cold: cinnamon, thyme, garlic, black seed, moringa, and marshmallow root. For your citrus burst that I told you last week, you use a combination of three: oranges, tangerines. Those are the two that taste familiar with each other. Limes or lemons, one of each. Grapefruit. These fruits, and always a grapefruit, Do not neglect using the grapefruit. The grapefruit is very good for your pressure. It's very good for high cholesterol. It will melt and take out all of that extra, that stuff that block up the arteries. I can't, catarrh. It will break up all of that. I love grapefruit. Okay, so it's very important that you use it and get out all of that extra goop. Okay? Don't put sugar on it. Down south where my family come from, they use sugar on grapefruit. Not a good idea. Okay? So use things like moringa. No, God, this stevia is very strong. Like I told, just use a little drop of stevia. It's very powerful. And that white powder stevia is garbage. Don't use it. Just go back to nature. Next week, we're going to talk about all of those foods that parents give their children that are making their children act wacky. Okay? And I will bring some, the nutritional information on these things that you're giving your children, like macaroni and cheese in the box. Okay? I'm going to bring and show you how it has 868 milligrams of sodium in one cup serving of macaroni and cheese, that instant crap you're gonna make for your picnic. All right? I'm gonna show you what's making your kids crazy. It ain't them, it's you giving them that poison. All right? Now, you need to make a promise to your family and to yourself that you're going to be a wiser mother, wiser parent, whether you be the mother or the father. Because sometimes the father is the head of the house. The mother done ran off and left him with all the kids, poor daddy. Okay? But he's a single parent and he's a super dad. Okay? I love a super dad. They just make me so happy and tingly inside. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter if you're a single parent or not. You as parents need to take reign of your children's lives. You need to take a hold of what they're doing concerning what's going into your baby's mouth. Okay? You can't give them a whole bunch of junk and expect their asthma to go away. You can't expect to send them to school with all of the junk from the corner store and expect their asthma to go away. Their mucus to cut down. It's not going to cut down at this rate. Okay? I need you people to put some lemons and some oranges and some apples. Apples, you have to be very careful. Try to find the ones at the organic market, at the farmer's market, please. I beg of you. If you go to the farmer's market, you may find a farmer with those bags of apples. And may sell 2 for $5, 2 bags of apples for $5. So you'll be getting a deal. And please, I'm just begging you, do something natural for your family. Drink water. Okay? Water is so essential. This is another thing that's drying up the little children. You're giving them juice. They don't need juice. They need agua. Pitney don't need juice unless it's fresh from an apple, squeeze. Fresh from a lemon, squeeze. Okay? Fresh from the orange, squeeze. Everything squeezed fresh. If the pitney having fresh juice like that, the juice is good. Once you begin to buy juice from the store, this is low-grade juice. Even those juices that say, oh, they're organic, they're packed with sugar, and they rush up in the child's brain and the adult's brain, and it's no good, and they cramp up your belly. Stay away from that store-made so-called organic juice. Stop being lazy. Take out your juices, dust them off, wash them down, and get them ready to use. Okay? This is what I need you people to do. If you want to get healthy, If you want to have a different lifestyle change, if you want to change your lifestyle, take out the juicer. Dust it off. Buy some beautiful organic fruits and vegetables and begin to get your life organized. Remember, I told you strawberries, bananas, and grapes are. Do not buy grapes to put inside your juice. Grapes are laced with pesticides. I can't see how you would be able to clean a grape unless you know that they are organically grown. Stay away from grapes. Grapes are very cleansing fruit, don't get me wrong. Extremely cleansing. And so are watermelon. And you need watermelon that has real seeds in it. I'm running down these little cleansing fruits. I'm trying to stay within the time of the year. Rice is not a good thing to use, although I've been saying rice a lot because I know people are still eating rice. Please get off of parboiled rice if that's the type of rice that you love. Parboiled rice is very low grade food. It creates a lot of mucus. It's enriched. All of that enriched food, my people, is garbage. Stay away from enriched rice, enriched flour, enriched grains, enriched cornmeal, enriched food. Stay away from it. These things all clog up your blood cells, your colon, give you a mucus overload, starts up the respiratory system to be blocked. Oh my Lord. I need you to eat right. Milk, eggs, margarine, all of these fake things that milk isn't milk anymore. When I was growing up, milk was so delicious. I'm not gonna lie. I used to love the cow's milk. Okay? And it used to be so delicious. And that milk used to spoil in like 4 or 5 days. Milk used to spoil very quickly when I was growing up. You never had milk for 1 whole week. Now today, I be seeing milk with an expiration date 3 and 4 weeks. Like, what happened to the milk processing system? Why, when milk used to be fresh, it only used to last less than a week and it could smell it. Now you can have milk for 3 and 4 weeks and you smell it and it still doesn't have the sour smell. What happened to the milk production? Well, I went into the FDA to find out. And if you want to know what happened to your milk here in America, it's been scorched and burned. And you can check it out on the FDA. FDA milk processing. What happened to the FDA and how did they begin to change the processing of milk in this country? The FDA is a piece of work. Now, I would like for you all to call me at 917-202-6651 if you need any of my Seeds of Life products or services. We can make this happen. I make deodorant, I make skin products, make shampoo, I give hands-on services. You can call Sister Laida at 917-202-6651. Peace and love. I'm going to close up for the day. Want to see y'all next week. And we're going to talk about what makes children jittery and how to get them back on balance. The things that they need to eat and how we're going to feed them. I want you to definitely start doing research on the products that you're feeding your children. Read up on it. I would like to say, I need you to do your research. Be proactive. Focus on what you need. Know what's right. Everything you need you have from the blessed creation. Everything you need you have. If you put this into your mind, everything will begin to fall into your path. But you must work for what you want. It don't just come just like that. Shall eat by the sweat of thy brow. You have to work and create your destiny. And everything you need will be surely dropped upon your path. But if you don't work, it's not going to come. You have to work to make it drop on your path. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his precious, precious benefits. Who forgiveth all thine iniquities, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfy thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles, like the eagles. You gotta believe in something to receive what you need. Everything you need you have. Peace and love, harmony, the blessed abundance you see. Blessed be the Almighty. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every little thing. Peace.